Bip. Hey everybody, Wolfie here. I just, I'm running out to get some ice cream because, god damn it, I can. And, it's only 7:30 out here, but of course it's freaking dark because daylight savings, yay. And the nearest, the overhead street light closest to my house has been burned out for probably a year, 2 years. And the city/county has just never bothered to come fix it. It's been reported a bunch of times, but they don't give a rat's ass. Even though my property tax pays them like $3,000 a year, but I digress. This is my first time using this dash cam rear view mirror thing at night, so I'm just looking at it and taking it in. I should probably be paying attention to what's in front of me, but that's old-fashioned. So my all the stuff, my new employer is sending a new workstation for me. It was supposed to be a laptop docking station and all that stuff, and they boxes have been arriving pretty much nonstop this week, and they take care of their people. Like, holy shit. All the stuff has arrived except for the mouse, I think, and that's on its way. Should be here tomorrow. But they handed me a brand new MacBook Pro, which it's a Mac, so bleh. But it's not a cheap machine. And they've sent two 27-inch Dell displays, which are also not cheap. And then they got me a Magic Mouse 2 and a Magic Keyboard with a number pad for it, and they got a docking station, or a little USB docking station type thing for it. So they're really taking care of me so far. And I'm probably not gonna set that up tonight. I have my laptop from my current job that it's set up on my desk, and there's only really room for just that one laptop from my current employer. And funny thing is, that's a Dell as well. The laptop that Universal gave me is a Dell, and I'll be taking that back in on Friday. It's been a good run with Universal. They've treated me very well, and it was a very fun job, and I really enjoyed working with them. And I mean that. That's not just one of those, you have to say nice things about your past employer. That's not true. They're actually very good people. Universal got kicked in the nuts pretty hard with Chinese flu. They've fared better than Disney. Disney laid off a fuck ton of people, just a frightening number of people. And I know Universal has done some layoffs, but not as many. And but the fact remains, the park is at quarter capacity because of COVID restrictions, and damn, I accidentally called it COVID instead of an offensive name. Anyway, but yeah, there was hope when I first started in December of last year that the whole sales pitch was, you contract for a year, and then they really like to hire from within, so they'll convert you to full time and blah blah blah. And then as Kung Flu got started, it turned into, they extend contracts sometimes. Then back in, I think it was early October, or maybe the very end of September, they had another surprise round of layoffs that actually laid off some middle management and executives, not just the grunts that actually do the work. And that caught everybody by surprise. That had the full-timers really freaking out, and I don't blame them one bit, because when a company starts taking the axe to middle and upper management to save costs, that's when you start to worry about, okay, how secure is my job? So I completely understand why, my manager, my team, our division, our department can't hire me full time or extend my contract. And there's, no hard feelings with that at all. It's a really shitty situation for them. And I hope it gets better for them. Because they're good people. So, fingers crossed that things get better and stuff can open back up and people start traveling again. But yeah, so I start the new gig on Monday, and holy shit, they've really sent me a lot of equipment to get started. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. I haven't touched a Macintosh computer for probably, I'm going to say 8 years. And in fact, I think the last Mac I interacted with was Nicole's ancient old MacBook. That thing was a piece of shit. But I got Terraria running on it, and I'm kind of proud of that one. But that was 8 years ago now? Yeah, I want to say it was 8 years. And I don't remember if she took that thing with her or not. Because if she didn't, I threw it away. I'm pretty sure she took it with her. I'm sure I would have tried to do something sneaky with it if she'd left it behind. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about Macs. Well, I know how I feel about them. I don't like the company. I don't like Apple at all. But just really scummy company. But whatever. If that's the poison the company wants to use for development, then so be it. I've got some learning to do. I'm trying to figure out how to use a Mac again. I know it's got BSD under the hood. It's just a hacked up version of FreeBSD, if memory serves. So, it's basically FreeBSD with all the paths changed so that it's not even remotely seen, like other Unix distributions, and a bunch of Apple special sauce stirred in against its will. And now I have to be cognizant of updates that break random bits of functionality. That's the funny thing. People love to boast that Macs are supposedly so much more stable and not as prone to viruses and that sort of thing. But working at Universal over the past year, they tend to give the full-time employees their choice of a really good souped-up PC laptop or a MacBook Pro. And, of course, the ones with seniority get their first pick, and it's a real badge of honor to get a MacBook at Universal. So, of course, they go for it. And the peons like me, contractors, oh, no, we get the we get the hand-me-downs, the old, Dell laptops and that stuff. But it's funny, I remember at least once a month, while I worked at Universal, there were notices and announcements sent out, or people would just say it in meetings, hey, don't update your Mac because it breaks such and such. Don't let it update. If it starts trying to update, just turn the damn thing off. Blah, blah, blah. And even just today, I saw a post in the new company's chat system saying, by the way, the new, I think it's called Big Sur upgrade for Mac OS breaks some, is it Vagrant or virtual environments for Python or something? I think it's Vagrant that it breaks. So don't upgrade yet. So it's really no better than Microsoft's garbage, where, a random Windows update can cripple or just completely destroy your system. And that's just how stupid it is. But, a computer's a computer. I'm sure it's got its walled garden crap, but I think there's this thing called Homebrew that lets you install sane utilities and software. So I should be fine with all that stuff. Shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, Nothing much going on. I went and got groceries this morning, and I recorded a good 40-minute rant because I had to wait a while. And it turned out to be completely terrible and crap, so I deleted it, and you're never going to see it. Because, I do try to spare you guys from the worst of the dreadful, boring shit that I ramble on about. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I think I was laughing about how courtrooms are still boomering it up, even though they're using Zoom for video conferencing, and even though that should actually be easier to make it easier to run a court, because if you're the organizer or whatever, you have the power to mute everyone but you, and people can raise their hands virtually and get your okay to speak. So you would think, judge wants to talk, mute everybody. But they seem to not be doing that, so whatever. It was some... Oh yeah, it was that freak Jonathan Yaniv, or Yaniv, whatever his name is. That deranged pervert that went after a bunch of small businesses, beauty salons, because he tried to get them to wax his testicles and claim, well, I'm trans, so you have to serve me as a woman. By the way, wax my balls. It's that guy. Same guy that ended up getting me banned from Twitter. He is suing his own city for various reasons, mostly not catering to his whims, basically it. And there was a hearing about a week ago about that, and naturally he didn't get anything he wanted, and they they didn't get it dismissed, but they've won over the judge. He is not happy with Yaniv at all, and that delights me to see. Okay, I haven't driven to this ice cream shop after dark, and I'm a little lost. Oh, there it is. It's like, how long do I have to drive down Aloma before the damn thing shows up? Answer, this far. But yeah, so the whole hearing, I guess, was just pandemonium because he has no impulse control and he's an absolute fucking idiot. So he can't wait his turn to speak. And he's a compulsive liar, and he just has this endless compulsion to always be talking. And the dumbass judge, or his clerk, or whatever, completely failed to control the little idiot. I was going to say, why are you just sitting here, dude? You don't order at this menu. The dumbass. Oy. But yeah, that court just boomers it up. Crazy shit. Really hoping this Wu flu garbage gets wrapped up soon. It's really stupid keeping people locked up and businesses shut down and everybody wearing face masks. It's not doing any good anyway. And they've almost got a vaccine ready to go. So hopefully we'll see those restrictions get lifted soon. I'll be honest, I never paid attention to it at all. I really didn't. I don't even remember when Orange County... There was an actual curfew put into effect for a while. I'm sure that... I think that's gone. The strictest they got in Florida was that you had to, or at least Orange County, you had to wear face masks if you were out of your house. Fuck that. I never did that. I only put on my compliance sleeve when I go into a building or a store, because I'm sure they'll piss and moan until I leave or put one on. But aside from that, nah, there's no point. Doesn't do anything anyway. And I know it really bothers a lot of people to hear me say that, but just think about it. You wear your face mask, go to the grocery store, pay with a pin pad, punch in your pin. Think they sterilized that keypad before you touched it? Nope. And that's just one example. There's plenty of others. Anyway, enough of that crap. Oh, they gave him his food first and then took his money. Sequence break. There's some old music. Oh, yeah. So that's something fun. So 4chan has a bunch of different message boards. And the whole point is they're divided up into different subjects. Some of them are not safe for work. Some of them are... those are the green boards. And the blue boards are the safe for work stuff. So, hang on. I'll be right back. I return. Ice cream acquired. Right. So, as I was saying... 4chan has two different kinds of boards on it. The not safe for work stuff, which are orange, and then the blue boards for safe for work things. And that's stuff like video games and what the hell else do they do? I don't spend much time on the blue boards, to be honest, because the real fun stuff is on boards like GIF or Paul. There's no end of entertainment to be had on the politically incorrect board. As compromised as 4chan is, there's still lots of really funny shit there. But the real gems on 4chan, the funniest shit that you'll find on the site, all of it lives in the GIF board. And they have... Now, it is a not safe for work board, and there is shit there that will not make you happy if you have a weak stomach. There's they have what are called wrecked threads or gore threads, and they show some pretty heinous shit. Like, if you ever thought that they exaggerate when they describe what the Mexican cartels will do to people they decide to kill, cutting out their hearts and skinning them alive and doing horrible things to them, they're not kidding. And there's video proof of it. And I think seeing some of that kind of darkened my soul a little bit. I'm not going to lie. That is shit that people shouldn't have to see. And it's really sad that kind of thing still happens on this earth. So next time somebody gives you lip about, the Mexican cartels aren't that bad, feel free to flip them a middle finger and say, fuck you, pal, I've seen videos. And yeah, they cut a guy's heart out and tried to feed it to him while it was still beating. Messed up. But that's not the funny stuff, lest you worry that I'm a psychopath in training. I've already graduated. No, the funny threads are the you laugh, you lose threads. And they will post some of the funniest random shit that just cracks me up to no end. Like, I've saved a few in a folder I've called all-time winners, and some of them are clean and some of them are not clean at all. But they're just so funny. One of the clean ones, hey, stupid cable. God, I need to run this. I actually put that stuff up in the trim instead of leaving it dangling. My car looks like fucking ghetto right now because cables dangling out off the dash. Yeah, one of the clean ones is a video put together, stitched together from footage, CCTV footage, of some crazy fucking guy, just deciding he's gonna drive through the fucking airport. And I mean, it shows him just plowing, smashing into the front window, has to hit it, he has to back up and smash into it 3 more times to get through it, and he drives in, goes around the baggage return platform, and he drives through the concourse, like through the main terminal, people are just sitting there on those airplane, standard issue airport discomfort seats, just kind of watching this happen. And there's a bunch of random fucking cops running after him, like you're gonna catch a car, really. Good move there. And so he runs through he's in the airport for like 5 minutes, and then at the end he smashes through another set of windows to get back out. And then at the very end, it shows him running, driving off into the sunset. Although I guess his car breaks down or something, because he really wrecked it. He smashed it up pretty bad. And but it ends up stalling out or something, and the cops running after him do catch him, which is the freaky part. I guess lesson learned: if you're going to drive through an airport, don't let up the gas. But what makes it so funny, apart from the fact that you're watching a guy drive through a fucking airport in a car, is the fact that whoever made the video took, it's a song by Initial D, which is a absolutely amazing band. They do some really cool music. If you've ever seen any of those goofy videos where they show cars drifting, and it's especially, look up train drifting, Initial D on YouTube, and you'll find the classic meme song. So it's that kind of really upbeat kind of racer music. And so they took one of their songs and slapped it on to this video. And the funny thing is, they make the music get muffled and fade out whenever the car isn't on in frame. So there's at the beginning of the video, you just hear it faintly, and then it gets louder and louder, and then the car is in frame and starts smashing the window. Then about halfway through the video, it cuts to just this camera view of like somebody it's an Avis rent-a-car counter. This really was in an airport. I'm not making this up. And the guy, you just hear elevator music. It's all peaceful in the airport, and then it uses a stereo to good effect. So off on the right channel, you start to hear this music coming back, and then car blows past the frame, and like the clerk behind the counter, she stands up like, what the hell? Leans her head over the counter. Then, of course, as the car goes off frame, left, the music fades off into the left channel again. It's just hilarious. Really well done video. Really cracks me up. And then, fucking cable. I gotta do this over the weekend. I'm tired of this. I don't know why it won't. Oh, whatever. The other video that cracks me up a lot, there's on 4chan, it was just a little snippet. I did find the whole video. These Japanese guys did this. They got the idea of getting a harmonica and getting a guy to sit there on a bench or a stool, and he stuffed the harmonica just in his mouth, so that anytime he breathes out of his mouth or in or whatever, it plays through the harmonica. And then they started doing painful things to him. God damn it. Fucking cable. Oh, hang on. Haha. Uh-oh. Hoisted by my own petard. Alright, so that should be fixed now. Right. So they start doing increasingly painful things to him while he's holding this harmonica in his mouth to see how long he can stay silent. And I think item number 6 is the one in this little clip, and it's the one where he stops being quiet. They just take a little baby saucepan and they bonk it into his shin, and he immediately doubles over and just I can't even do it. It's because I don't have a harmonica. But it's fucking hilarious. He immediately starts cracking up, even as he's hurting. And, of course, he's making more noise, and that gets everybody else in the room laughing their asses off. Makes him laugh even more. And then he leans back, and he's, like, collecting himself, and the pain is subsiding, and so he draws a breath, and he exhales through the harmonica, and it's a perfect key of C, like a the end kind of note, and it just makes everyone crack up again. So that was another little snippet that I saw on 4chan, and then the other one that's very much not safe for work is this is the kind of thing I got to show my parents when I go out to visit them, because I don't think I can describe it and have them believe me. I think they have to see this for themselves. So it's one of those really stupid artsy fartsy Dyson commercials. You know, they make those vacuum cleaners. I feel like I've described this before, but whatever. I'm going to do it again because it's funny. And it's just one of those things where you hear the sound of a vacuum running in the background, and you got random people sitting close up. The camera's close up to their face, and there's a white background behind them, and they're just looking off at something in the distance, and they're going, "Oh wow, no way, that's insane! Oh, that's really something." And after the fifth guy reacts to it, it cuts to supposedly what they're seeing, and they splice in a video of a guy just fucking a vacuum cleaner. It's on, it's running, he's getting his jollies off, and I mean, there is nothing left to the imagination. There is no questioning what's going on. It's very obvious. And then the little clip finishes with back to the goofy music. It's like, one of those stupid iTunes or Apple ads. But Dyson did some too, and it shows a date at the end, and the commercial's over. That one just cracks me up every single time I see it. It's like The Exorcist, right? All right, well, I'm back home, and I'm going to go eat some ice cream, and I brought enough for everybody, so post in the comments, and you can have some. Well, have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch everybody later. Take care.